Oh man, have you guys noticed how cold it's been lately? I'm just so cold. Well, no, not really, but I thought I better get in the mood because today I'm gonna read a book about snowmen. This book is called Snowmen All Year. It's written by Caralyn Buehner and illustrated by Mark Buehner, and I have permission from Scholastic Books to read this book. And while you are listening to this book, I want you to notice two things. I want you to notice how the light shines on the snowman and the shadows on the snowman. And then I want you to notice all the crazy situations the snowman gets into. It might have something to do with the activities following this reading. Here we go. Snowmen All Year. I love to build a snowman on freezing winter days, but when the sun is bright and warm, my snowman melts away. There's nothing but a puddle when my snowman disappears. If only he were magic and could stay with me all year. I teach him how to fly a kite high above the trees. Then we would dig for pirate gold or sail the seven seas. I know that he would love to see the tigers at the zoo. And at my birthday party, we would celebrate his too. We'd go on all the wildest rides at the amusement park. But best of all would be the fireworks lighting up the dark. On stormy evenings, I would play my favorite games with him. On sunny days, I'd teach him how to dive and how to swim. On summer evenings in the dark, we'd chase some fireflies. Or sleep out in the quiet woods beneath the starry skies. At the beach, we'd play all day. He'd get very sandy. We'd trick or treat on Halloween and bring home lots of candy. Maybe this is magic snow that will not disappear, and this snowman will be the one to stay with me all year. The end. So, what kind of activities do you think we'll do today? Let's find out. Okay guys, let's get busy on some snowman related projects. Now I know it's not winter, but this book is all about what would happen if there could be snowmen all year. And let's look at a few of the illustrations because they really show us how we need light and shadow to make objects look round. Now snowmen are made of spheres. They're not just circles, they're forms. They're round balls or spheres of snow. Now, when you make a snowman, those spheres are not perfectly round, so we don't have to draw them perfectly round, which is cool. Now, if we see how this works on the snowman, let's look at a few of the situations he finds himself in. For example, this one, he's smelling the flowers on a summer's day. You can see that the light is shining from underneath, probably bouncing off these colorful flowers. And then he has a dark shadow where there's no light. Let's look at another. Oh, sipping some water while floating around. Look at how the twigs are bent. This one, he's flying a kite with his hands up in the air and his gloves and fists or his mittens. Look at the light and the shadow. Do a couple more. His mouth open on this one. Light and shadow. Oh, and I think we should do a little activity with some fireworks too, just because they're so beautiful and it shows the light bouncing on the snowman too. So let's start with a snowman project. Now, if you only have pencil, you can also just do this in pencil. You don't have to use color, but I'm gonna use a black marker so you can see it better. So first you need somewhere for your snowman to stand. Now, I don't want you to make a snowman just sitting in the snow. Be creative. Put him in a situation where you don't think snowmen should be, like swimming or suntanning or eating ice cream when it's hot. Something funny and silly. You decide. So I'm just going to make one right in the middle and give him somewhere to sit. Give him a ground. Then I need 3 spheres. So I'm going to start with 1, 2, and 3. And remember, they don't have to be perfect. Now I can go ahead and draw his features. I know I'm gonna give him 2 eyes. I'm gonna have him looking over to the side, carrot for a nose, some coal for his mouth. Then I think I'll give him a hat like in the book. So his hat, it's kind of a brown stocking cap. He had some buttons and a couple arms. And mittens, and for the mittens, we can do this, and then come up, give him a thumb, and where his fingers go. So down, swerve, over, thumb. Now I'm ready to start the shading. Now the first thing you need to figure out is where is your sun or where is your light? If I want the light to be over here, I could draw the sun just so I remember, or maybe it's a lamp if he's inside. Now I know the sun is shining this way, so the lightest part of the snowman will be on this side and the shadow will be over here. Now to make the shadows, you can just use your marker or your pencil, but you can also use crayon. So for the shadows, we remember our snowman is round, so our shadows need to follow the shape of the curve. So if I start on the bottom here, I'm going to go always in the same direction. I'm going back and forth, side to side. I'm going to curve around to the bottom and make him go a little bit on the bottom there. And I'm going to do that with each of the spheres. Now I'm not pressing super hard. The shadows wouldn't be really, really dark like he's made of blue snow. Just a light shadow that goes around each sphere. Now on the other side, we want the sun to shine, so I'm going to put a little glow. And I do it the same way. I just go on the other side of my snowman. And I'm using yellow like the sun for the glow. Maybe follow the curve a little bit. Follow the curve a little bit on each side. Now, when I start to shade his features, or color his features, I want to add some shadows too, and I'll show you that. But I also need a little shadow on the ground to show that my snowman has a shadow. And you can make the bumps like the curves, or you can just draw a little shadow on the snow. Now, when I color his features, I can do a couple things. I can use one color for the glove lightly. And then on the other side where there's no sun, so the sun is shining on this part of the glove, so the bottom would have a darker shadow. Maybe I'll press harder around his thumb and on this side of the glove to make it look a little darker. So first lightly color with one color, and then press harder to make the shadow, or you can switch and use black for your shadow. So this side would have the shadow because the sun is shining over here. So I got the shadow there, maybe on this side, maybe a little bit on the thumb. And then I can do his hat, so lightly color it, a color you like, and then figure out where the dark shadow would be on the opposite side of your light source. And his carrot. Now this is just a snowman in the snow, but I want you to get creative. You can change the way your snowman is looking. Right now he's looking to the side, but maybe you want to draw the snowman diving down. So I could come over here. And remember, your spheres or your circles don't have to be circles. They could be ovals. The snow could be an oval. And now I want him diving deep down into the water. I'm going to give him goggles. And I'm going to make his arms come down, and he's diving. I can draw his gloves on even though he's swimming. So pick a situation for your snowman to be in and add the shadow. Remember where the light is. So right now the light's up here. That means his shadow would be on the bottom of his spheres. And the light would be at the top. So pick where your sun is shining and add that. I drew one and completed one to show you. So I can see I even showed the light source shining through my window. There's Grover looking outside, wishing he could go play with that squirrel. The sun's shining here, so it's bouncing off the snow and shining and reflecting on this side. The shadow is on the other side. I gave him a scarf and pressed harder with the color where the dark parts would be away from the sun. A little beret. I gave him an expression, so you can make your snowman look like he's thinking, or make him smiling, or make him angry, whatever you like. I had him painting. Ooh, what's that painting? I bet some of you know. I even made a little bit of a shadow under the paper. Now, the paper isn't lifted up very high, but you can still see I pressed a little harder on my brown around the edge of the paper to make it look like it has a shadow on the cup of water, even around the edges of the wall. So, put your snowman in a silly or fun or interesting situation that's not just outside in the winter. So that's our first project. And remember, you can just use pencil to shade as well. And let me see that background and that light source. Now, a second thing you could do by being inspired with this book is looking at the background. We saw these fireworks. I love to color fireworks just because they're so beautiful and it's a part of that light source. So your light source for your snowman could be the fireworks. So if you want to draw or illustrate fireworks, then first show me where these fireworks are happening. Are they going to be, let's say in the city? And you could draw the skyline. So you might want some tall buildings towards the bottom of your paper to show where this is happening. And you go all the way across. Your buildings can look however you want. Just connect them so that we can tell this is a really big city. Maybe give that one an antenna. And show that this is going to happen down here. Now it's dark outside, right? It's nighttime when there's fireworks, so give a couple windows, color them, put some light in there, and then color your buildings. But you could also do a meadow. You could do water with a boat on it shooting out the fireworks, whatever you like, and then start your fireworks. Now, I'm going to use crayon. Remember, you can use marker or pencil, whatever you like, whatever you got. And there's lots of ways to do the fireworks. So I'm just going to draw a few ways. Colors can be whatever you like. Fireworks are all sorts of colors. Maybe you want to do a pattern, so I'm zigzagging around. And I'm just going back and forth with my pink and purple pattern. So here's one firework. I can give it a little trail to show where it's coming from. We don't know. It's somewhere behind these buildings, right? Maybe I want another that's one of those sparkly ones that go down. They'd be shorter in the back, going down in the front. And I can mix it with another color again. Oh, let's do this. Red, orange color, yeah. I can give it some sparkles, little dots around. Maybe it's coming sparkling down. You know how they look like they're dripping out of the sky. I could do swizzles. You know how they sound? I love those. Can't wait for the 4th of July when we get to see these again. Give it some dashes. Now I'm just making these up as I go. You can do your fireworks however you like. You can combine different patterns or different ways to do the fireworks. Maybe just repeating lines over and over and adding different colors to them. maybe dots too, maybe some more purple up here. Dot it around. So you can continue, ooh yeah, the fountain shooting up in the sky, until you have a sky full of fireworks. What if you have black paper or construction paper? That would be cool too, because then the sky would already be dark. So fill your paper full of fireworks and celebrate just being creative. So you can do a fireworks picture. You can even combine them and put your snowman setting off the fireworks. You can do your fireworks picture. You can do your snowman picture with the light and the shadow. And don't forget to send me your creations through email or post them on our Facebook page. I'd love to see them. Don't stop creating, Creek artists. See you next time.